Welcome to ROBOTIS Kids Lab. We're going to be looking at how to construct the ROBOTIS Play 100 gripper. This is a fully articulated robotic arm, and this particular set can be used by kids of all ages to learn about robotics and engineering skills. This image shows how ROBOTIS Kids Lab series can be used from beginners to professionals. The activity that we're going to be looking at today is the Play 100, and it falls within this series here, which is appropriate even for kindergartners. We're going to go through this activity together step by step. Let's start with step 1. You can see in this image we're going to use a large blue wire in just a second, but first of all we need to look at these orange pieces. So we're going to be making 2 of these as indicated by the instructions. So we're going to use our small orange cylinder connectors as well as these rectangular orange pieces. And we're going to snap those into place, and you can see right here that you're going to just lay each of these orange rectangles flat, and then you're going to put one of the cylinders in this spot and one cylinder in this spot. So you'll end up with 2 of those. Next, we're going to take each one of those and snap it onto our blue strip here. So when we do this, we want to make sure that this section gets snapped in right here, and this bottom post is going to get snapped in on this bottom rightmost opening. We're going to do that for both of them. So you're going to end up with 2 of these items. This one is showing you a side view, and you can see how the post actually does protrude just a little bit from the back of the blue strip, and that will also have a good snap when it gets into the correct location. Now we're going to take our yellow post, and this is going to go in the 5th opening here and also the 5th opening on this blue bar, and that will allow them to connect together. So when we have that completed, it's going to make this sort of X shape, and it actually will have some motion to it at this point. So that is going to conclude this second step as well. Now we're going to take out a few more pieces. We're going to get these green bars as well as another yellow post and 2 orange posts, and these are going to be connecting together. When I follow these instructions, I like to try and orient the pieces that I'm going to be putting together in the same manner in which you see it in the instructions, and that makes it a little bit easier to follow and get the pieces connected together correctly. Let's start with this green bar. And we're going to need our orange cylinder and the yellow cylinder. We're going to actually do this step first, and that will allow us to be able to place the items together correctly. So you want to make sure that the orange one goes in the right hand opening, and the middle opening is where the yellow piece is going to go. Next, we want to take the other green piece, and that's going to attach on the left hand side here. So we want to take our orange cylinder connector, and we're going to place that in this opening at the end, and on the back of that is going to be our green piece. And so that is completing this part of the instructions where this has joined together. We're next going to take the green piece that we were using a few slides ago, and we already have these 2 posts in place, so now we just need to connect them correctly. So we're going to take this piece, and you can see the orange cylinder here is going to go into the left hand opening, and so that's what we've done right here. The next step is to crisscross these. So we're going to take our yellow post that was already placed in the center, and we're just going to take this piece, and this will be leaned to the left, and it's going to connect in the middle with the green piece underneath it. So we're just going to go ahead and snap those into place. Now we need a few more of these green sections as well as 2 more of the orange posts. So we're going to complete this part of step number 4. So we need to get them snapped together correctly so that we can have the correct articulated motion. So in order to do this, I just have these crisscrossed here, and now we're going to put the orange cylinder into the end slot on the left, and we're going to take our green piece and If you orient that vertically, then that will help you in placing items correctly. So we're going to take the yellow cylinder here and just snap that in the middle, just like we did before. And now we're going to take our other green piece and we're going to get this snapped in together. The yellow piece is already in the top. And so now we're just going to take that green bar and it goes underneath and it's going to snap into the bottom of the yellow cylinder here. So that will just snap into place. Now we're going to crisscross those. And this is going to be completing our step 4. And so we have the one green piece that's leaned to the left and the other one is leaned to the right. So this is going to have a little bit of motion at this point as well. And for our last step, we're going to grab these orange curved pieces and these tannish gray colored cylinder posts. And those are going to be our connectors so that we can get our gripper fully assembled and articulated. We're going to take these cylinders and we're going to place 2 of them at the end of each of the green pieces that we've already assembled. So you should have 2 placed here on the right hand side and also 2 placed on the left hand side. That's going to allow us to be able to connect our orange curved pieces to be the actual claw pieces of the gripper. So when we do this, we're going to make sure that you have these oriented correctly. So you can see on this one, this kind of goes down a little bit and it has this ridge around the circle here. And on the opposite side, it's right here. And so that just has a little bit of a depression on this side as well. So when you connect these together, you've got this depression that goes down a little bit lower, and then it's going to take these grayish tan cylinders and they're going to snap in place on these bottom 2 parts of the orange curved piece. And that's going to occur for this bottom section as well as the top section. And when we have that done, then we have our fully assembled ROBOTIS Kids Lab gripper. And you're actually able to use this and pick up different items. So give it a shot, see if you can move it around and pick up some different things. Be sure to check out ROBOTIS website as well as the Facebook page for some interesting challenges and also some different products that your children and students can use in a variety of ways to learn about robotics and engineering skills.